see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Henry. He gets it to Thomas. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
All day, baby, let's go.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Mike 51.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
4 down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I got you. Check, 93's the mic.
2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, that's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Henry toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be second down. On second down, Mayfield again. They set up the screen to Chubb. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Mike by 4. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Harris to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Come on, guys. We got this.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He'll rifle this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, interception.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 25 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A run for Nick Chubb. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get him.
And the blitz does come. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check, tight right, tight right, tight right. Solo out there, check down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Henry. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Watch the slant.
Check 3, check 3.
On 1st and 10, Henry. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, ready.
Mike 51.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, turn up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Go now. 6 yards.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Ball, baby, let's go ball. Let's go ball, yeah.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way that you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
On, baby.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. They run it again with Chubb, and he's going to be met at about the 43. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
That's it, baby.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
All day, baby, all day.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. To throw on 2nd down, Henry. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Play to win.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. 2nd and 5. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Henry. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The previous play is under review.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Keep playing hard.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. They run. Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a 2nd field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So the Redskins down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble. from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in the walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crowd. The Cleveland...